We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Welcome to Woodward Wings. I am Justin Satawa. I am joined by Spencer Raxter.
Hello.
And we have the new look that we will have for the next while. I unfortunately am back at school. Kalamazoo, Western Michigan, shout out the national champs. But we got a lot to dive into. We are getting close to the season. I mean, we are less than a month away at this point. It is September. I know everyone is all ripe in the football season, but we still got lots of hockey to talk about. And the rumors are swirling. Hopefully we're getting to a point where some of these rumors start coming to light because we're actually getting close to the season. I know Spencer already feels
don't hold your breath
about that. It's not it's not going to happen.
I would be surprised if it happened. I mean, like I said, I think Steve Yzerman is handicapped. I think he's being handcuffed. I don't think he can go after the guys that he wants to get. And if we're going to see another move made, I don't expect it to be something serious. I know there's one that we talked about that possibly could be that, but I don't know.
Let's start right there, because the name that has just continued to rise, and everyone seems to say if he's going to end up somewhere, it's going to be Detroit, and that's Erik Karlsson, which I feel like at this point, if he was going to hinder his ability to go to Detroit through his no trade clause, I feel like that already would be known. They wouldn't have gone through the entire summer and just on the chance that Erik Karlsson would be interested in trading. Pittsburgh has a move. I've already talked to him. I would assume Dubas is a very good GM. He is very calculated, and I believe that he's willing to move for the right price, and I think that price isn't going to be that expensive, especially if you do it in the beginning of the season. Then if you get into the trade deadline, that's when the price starts getting tough.
You know, there's one thing about the Erik Karlsson move. Like, obviously, I would love it because he would automatically be your best point production from the blue line. He is a veteran. He could do great things to help guys like Edvinsson and Axel Sandin Palinka, guys that you expect to be offensive defensemen on this team, take steps forward. Obviously, he's Swedish. He fits right in with all those guys. Could be a Kenny Holland-esque move. Could be a, hey, we're going to have to overpay to get him, because you're going to have to overpay to get him. And it could be a Daniel Alfredsson. It could be a Franz Nielsen. It could be a Mike Modano. It could be one of those guys that you bring in and you're giving up some pieces for just to make the playoffs, because Erik Karlsson doesn't make you a Stanley Cup winning team. Erik Karlsson doesn't make you a Stanley Cup contender. Erik Karlsson might not even put you in the playoffs. But it is a move that you would make to try to chase the playoffs. And are you willing to go that route? Because that is what Kenny Holland did late in the end of his tenure with the Detroit Red Wings that really hampered the growth of the young guys going forward. I'm absolutely in for it, because you've got these guys that are being blocked by other guys that you're not willing to trade. Like, you're going to have to trade somebody eventually. And if it's just that piece to get him, that's the one to go. And, like, the good thing about Erik Karlsson is, yes, he's old. Yes, he's not what he used to be. He is somewhat cone-ish out there, but he's played 82 games the past 3 years. So the injury stuff isn't there as much. You know, he was in and out of the lineup for a little bit of a period there with San Jose, but his past 3 years with Pittsburgh, and his last year with San Jose, the 2 years with Pittsburgh and his last year with San Jose, he's played 82 games in each season. So that is not really something you have to worry about as much. Obviously, injuries are kind of wild, and you can't really predict them, but that's a good sign.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think his value has depreciated a little bit as we've gone on. Unlike in a lot of cases when the market gets thin and there aren't a lot of options, it makes the prices go up. I think that you're seeing, because no one has pulled the trigger, it's because Dubois' price has been too high.
Smoking doobies with my brothers.
Yes, Doobies. Shout out to Mad Max. But
shout out Mad Max. I need a doobie.
I just think that the price that Dubois wants right now is too high, and that's where this disconnect between the GMs is happening. Why Karlsson is still a Penguin.
And also, it's not even. I don't know if the price is too high, because Dubois he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for a while. It's not like that he's just like, Erik Karlsson has to give me this. I think he is still debating on whether he wants to blow it up or not. Like
I do think so,
because
too.
you got to either blow it up all the way and get rid of Crosby too. Because Sidney Crosby's not going to be like, oh yeah, the last 3 years of my career I'll play with a bunch of nobodies. So you either have to move. If Carlson gets moved, then Rust and Crosby are getting moved too. And I don't know if he's willing to do that.
Yeah, that's to be seen. And this isn't just from this personal report, is from Joe Yahi, but there was also a Bleacher Report talking about it again this week. It's been all around the NHL circles that the Red Wings are still very much in the conversation for Erik Karlsson. This is another wait and see, though. I know it's been all summer where we have to wait and see, but we're getting to a point where NHL rosters are getting finalized. Teams are going to know what they have. Like, training camp starts next weekend by the time that this is out. So they're gonna start to know how good these guys are. How good of a summer did Marco Kasper have to improve? How good of a summer did Carter Mazur have coming off his injury? Like, all those factors are going to start to play in here, and you're going to start seeing the roster kind of form. And it's going to be easy to see whether or not you need to bring in guys to make this infrastructure better, this roster, to help out your young talent. And then that's where I think we're getting to a point where a move will be made. Like, we're not just going to be sitting. We were told the summer trades all summer.
Yeah,
that was a whole bunch of BS. But at the end of the day, like, I do think that the trade is imminent for the Red Wings at some point, and we're getting to that point.
And who else would it be other than the Penguins? And you're looking at, like, we in our original Woodward Wings episodes when we were talking about trading, Brian Rust was a guy that we first pointed at, like, he would fit in pretty good. Hey, yes, maybe you could do a package with him and Erik Karlsson. Obviously, that was very, very forward thinking, and that's not going to happen, but you want to be able to get one of them because Pittsburgh's really the only team out there that's kind of borderline. There's no other teams that are really going to blow it up and move around some pieces because, New York's not going to do it. They're going to be back. Those other teams, Dallas isn't going to do it. Like, you've got to go out there and take advantage of teams that are kind of falling apart, and Pittsburgh is, I think, right at the edge of the cliff. So if something happens where somebody goes down, I think that's something that can push them over the cliff. I do believe if Erik Karlsson moves, it's the end of days for Sidney Crosby and that whole regime, but I don't think that's going to happen before the season. So I think if the Detroit Red Wings are looking at a guy like Erik Karlsson, it's going to be in the season if Pittsburgh has that final straw that pushes them over the edge to a full rebuild, whether it be an injury or a very slow start to the season, then they might start selling off some pieces. What do you think it would cost to get just Erik Karlsson from the Pittsburgh dude, I tried to do Pirates and Steelers and from the Pittsburgh Penguins? What do you think he'd cost mid-season? Maybe not the deadline, but
if we're not
weeks into the season.
Those are different prices because mid-season, not at the deadline, I do think you get them for a little cheaper, but I still think they're going to make it hurt. You're going to give up a second-round pick and a B-level prospect. Whether that is up to Nate Danielson, that's to be seen, but you could be looking at –
no way. I wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't do that either. But I think a second and a B-level prospect, like someone who you think is borderlining right now between like being an NHL player and who's
like
someone
Bergeron.
Bergeron in a second could probably get it done.
I would do that.
I think
because then you got Lombardi that could just fill in for Bergeron.
Then the thing is also the Penguins have the most draft capital in the next 2 years of the draft. So do they really want draft capital? There is a piece of me that thinks that they might want an actual prospect who was there. Yeah. So maybe it is Danielson and Bergeron, no pick. Maybe.
No,
we're talking.
I'm not giving up Danielson for Erik Karlsson.
I don't think I am either. I know we've had a lot of
that. If I'm giving up Danielson, I'm getting a top
maybe
6 forward.
Lombardi. Maybe like Lombardi and Bergeron.
I would do that. I don't even know.
And maybe a third. I don't know. I feel like that's not enough. That doesn't feel like enough to me.
I think that's a lot, dude. Lombardi, Bergeron, and a third for Erik. How many years does he have left? I know how old is he?
Well, he's got 2 years left on his deal.
2 years left on his deal. He's 35. So I guess that's not that.
He's gonna play the.
That's not as bad as I thought. I thought he was like 37.
No.
But still, 2 years left of a 35-year-old who's definitely falling off. I don't think it's going to take all that. I
don't know. That's just what the reports have been saying. Like I've been monitoring these reports all summer, and the price just keeps varying, and that's why there's so much uncertainty with the Penguins and what they're going to do. because of that uncertainty. But if the Village is getting pillaged, the Red Wings have to be the first one knocking at the door.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Absolutely.
They
Because we can't afford to allow another Eastern Conference team to poach a guy like that. You can't afford to allow Montreal or Ottawa to get Brian Rust or Erik Karlsson, because that'll just God forbid Columbus makes a trade and gets Erik Karlsson. That's just there's another one. So yeah, you have to be able to be ready to pull the trigger if it happens.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. Every single team in the Eastern Conference is going to be in on these moves. You don't think Montreal could use Brian Rust? You don't think that the Islanders could use Raquel Ricard?
Yeah. God forbid Philly gets one of those guys, because they're technically Philly's still kind of behind us. So if one of those guys gets one, Columbus or Philly.
Right now, I consider us in the class with Columbus and Philly, with Montreal in that just above,
Ottawa up here, Ottawa right under the Giants in the East. And you guys know who the Giants in the East are. And then I would say you've got Montreal, and then Columbus, us, Philly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're in a that group right there. The Flyers, Columbus, and us are all so desperate to make a move. We're all very similar. We all have a gaping hole in our roster.
Hell yeah.
Flyers don't have a goalie. Columbus doesn't have a goalie. We don't have a defense. And they also have holes in their forward and D cores as well. There is it's so depressing looking at this roster. But
hey, at least Justin Hall's not going to be skating game 1.
That is true.
And I might be at game 1.
About Docker.
I might be at our the home opener. I was offered some tickets in the chat, and probably going to do that. Is it on the weekend? If it's on the weekend, I'm definitely doing it.
No, it's on a Thursday.
I'll still do it.
Maybe I'll come down. I don't have practice on Thursdays. I think I'll come down to see the home opener.
Are you gonna have credential? Are you gonna be credentialed?
We can talk about that different time.
Yeah. What do you mean no? Yeah. Just text DMAC. Say, hey, get me credentialed for the season. He'll be like, okay.
Yeah. I do need to hit up DMAC. I probably should. That would
absolutely.
Be
off the record. I'm leaving all this in too.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but for real. Right. Why wouldn't you? It's a free.
No, I should.
Basically a free credential, and you're going to be doing the post game shows. So, and if you're not using it, maybe we could get a twofer, like a little two for tugs. And if you're not using it, I can use it as a little 6 or 7.
Yeah. No, I think we definitely should do that. I got to talk to DMAC for sure.
I just don't have time to be going to these fucking games, dude.
What are you most excited about for the season? Let's talk in some positive light.
What am I most excited about?
Yes.
All right, can I do a top 3?
Sure, I like that.
They're all in different. Okay, I'm gonna do a new thing, a known, something I know I'm gonna see, something I think I'm gonna see, and then a new thing. Those are my 3 most excited. The thing I know I'm gonna see is Mo Seider absolutely obliterating people on the ice. That's what I'm excited. I'm just for hockey to be back, for Mo Seider to fucking kill people on a reverse check, for him to smash some dude's head in the boards. I'm excited to see that. A new thing I'm excited to see is actual competent goaltending. John Gibson in there making saves, stealing us some games, winning some, because he just goes on a heater and we win a back-to-back against Tampa or something like that. Yeah. That's something I'm excited to see. And then something I hope to see is Marco Kasper taking a very big leap and being ratty. I need rat tendencies out of Marco. He was showing it in Worlds, so I want to see him do it in the NHL.
I like all 3 of those. I think those are all 3 great things, and they all have a different probability of hitting. So I think that there's a lot of validity in those. I think for me, I'm gonna do it the same way. Because I think that you put that in the perfect way.
Damn, I look huge.
What I want to see is for Lucas Raymond to become a 90-point scorer.
That's a good one.
And be consistent. That's what I want to see. That is my biggest thing. I really believe in Lucas Raymond's skill. He's got a lot of great tendencies when he's on the ice. I really enjoy watching him play. Lucas Raymond taking a step would be number 1.
Huge.
Number 2, what I'm most. This is another want. All right, this is a want list. This has turned into a want list. I'm putting it in the blender. I want ASP's debut very badly. because I am so excited to see what this kid has, and especially with actual talent around him. That's what I felt like he was lacking in GR last year, is actually playing with someone that fit his style and that could actually help him from the defensive outlook. And then the last one, I'm gonna go with John Gibson. I'm gonna go with you. I really am excited.
He's the best goaltender we've had since Osgood.
Jimmy Howard.
Jimmy Howard, but yeah. I mean, what was Jimmy Howard's best save percentage? Keep talking. I'll look.
He was in the 9-1s a couple times.
Okay.
Jimmy Howard was very good back in the day. He deserves some love.
I do. Also, arguably the greatest collegiate goalie of all time for sure.
Oh yes, and also has one of the cleanest.
Other than my guy Cam Johnson, who broke all his records. Shout out Cam, close personal friend of mine.
Hell yeah.
The best collegiate goalie of all time, Cam Johnson, North Dakota State.
North Dakota State is yucky for sure. I do think that Jimmy Howard has one of the best pad setups in.
Damn, he had a lot of 9-1s. Never mind, my bad, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy was the man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons with the Red Wings over a 9-1.
You forgot a number. 7?
6 or 7. He had 2 with over a 9-2. 3 with over a 9-2.
Yeah, he was that dude.
I know. I just feel like, I don't know.
He was not as good and doesn't deserve to be in that category.
No.
That is 100% sure.
Damn, he had a 9. Oh, wow.
I do think that John Gibson will either he's going to be either really hot coming out of the gate or really cold, and I don't know why. I can't tell you exactly my reasoning. It's just one of those gut feelings. I just got a gut feeling like John Gibson's going to eat, and it's going to end up being good. Like the end result of this move is going to be good. I just do think that he's either going to start really, really on or really uncomfortable with the new uniform. I don't know.
John Gibson has also had 6 seasons over 9-1. So just saying, it's pretty close. He's had 1, 2, 3 as well over 9-2. So we got Jimmy Howard back. No, I'm just kidding. Come on. Yeah, no, it's regardless. If he's better than Jimmy Howard, if he's not better than Jimmy Howard, it doesn't matter. He's going to be much better than what we've seen in the past 15 years.
Yeah, the graveyard of goalies that this team has left behind in the last couple of years has been utterly brutal. I mean, we went from Husso to Talbot. I mean, oh my Lord, it goes on and on. That like gave me like anxiety thinking about.
And let me tell you, I feel bad that I didn't mention it. That's on me, because the number one most excited thing I am for this season is that Hockey Town's back on the. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, don't do that to me.
Is that Justin Hall is not going to be skating for this team?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Barring multiple injuries, Justin Hall will not be skating for this team. He's your 8th defenseman right now, and that's without ASP being in there.
Yes. So that is I'll give you. This is gonna sound so bad, and you're gonna make fun of me.
What?
I'm excited for the delusions of the trade deadline and next free agency.
I'm not, dude.
Where I get my hopes up, where the Red Wings actually had a piece.
With this Red Wings, Tigers, Lions regimes and their trade deadlines, I can't do it anymore. I'm not getting hyped for the only team that I expect to do anything at the trade deadline in this town ever is the Pistons, because Tom Gores will get somebody if he wants somebody. But I know Lil Chris ain't, and Brad Holmes isn't either. So I'm done with trade deadlines outside of the Pistons.
That's absolutely fair. And, I mean, we were told the summer of trades.
Yeah.
I was told that about 200 times by 16 different sources. Not a single trade happened.
Hate to see it. Summer of trades.
NHL.
I mean, we still got what, like a week left of summer? Maybe we get a bunch all at once.
Does it even count? No, I don't. It doesn't even count as summer anymore because the prospect skates have started. Which I'm interested to tap into those. Those are this weekend. They'll be going on. Episode airs.
Is Bear's gonna be there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Bear will be there. ASP will be there. Brownsing Nygaard will play. The roster's littered with a bunch of our young talent. That's not a bad sign. Raymond played in his prospect games the year that he made his debut. So did Valeno and one other. There's been 3 in the past 4 years that have played in the prospect game and then made their debut in the same season. So I don't I don't take that as any sign of whether or not they're going to make the team. I think they just need the ice.
Just get on the ice as much as possible. Get with these guys. Get on the ice with those guys because those are the guys you're going to be coming up with. So, yeah, I don't hate that. Do you know where Bear's going right away? Is he going – he's not going to Frölunda, is he?
No, he's playing in the A.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Yeah, he signed his contract, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I mean, unless he plays with the wall, I couldn't imagine.
You think he's big enough to play in the A already? I don't think so.
Dude, that's how it goes, man.
He's gonna look real small. He looked tiny.
I don't have concerns.
He's playing for the Griffins next year? No way.
I'm like almost 100% sure here. Let me look it up. He signed his contract. I don't like. So that means that he.
I feel like he's way too small to play for the Griffins. Unless he's just been eating fucking
6 foot 180. I mean, that's not that small.
That's not that small. Wow. There's no way he's 180 pounds. He looked like 155 at the draft.
Danielson also playing the prospect games.
I don't like that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. But I feel like maybe MBN. But even him, he looked better than those other guys in the. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just taking into that too much.
When I looked at the Red Wings roster on NHL.com the other day, he was Bear was on the Red Wings roster.
Okay.
So, I don't know what that means.
It means he's starting. It means he's going to be on the first line. We found it. We found who they're going to put on the first line with Raymond.
If he's that good, if he's really as elite,
I would cry. If he was good enough to play on this team this year, I would cry, weep tears of joy, because that means he's an elite prospect. But he's not going to.
Yeah, he would be playing on the first line if he came up. Seriously.
Yeah, he has to. That's just like Casper. Same thing with Casper. Like when they brought Casper up,
6 foot 179. He signed.
It keeps going down. There's no way he's 179 pounds. He's probably He's probably 167 or something like that. I bet.
Dude, come on.
He looked tiny, bro.
Dude, I think you're.
He's probably 6 foot on skates, and he's probably 170 pounds
they don't
soaking
do it
wet.
like that, dude. Don't disrespect Carter Barrett.
Yeah, no, he's pretty tall. He is pretty tall.
And
But he's 170 pounds soaking wet. At least he was at the draft.
Yeah. Well, he
probably put on.
Would have been a top 10 pick if he wouldn't have gotten hurt. Let's remember that. Okay, he's been on his recovery train. I do think that this was a great pick for where we picked at. Okay.
Yeah, I like the pick.
And
I didn't want to make a pick.
I think that there is let's just call it how it is. There is draft surprises every single year. That players make their NHL debuts way earlier.
Don't do this, Justin.
I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it. Okay.
There's your first line right winger.
No, I'm not. All right. But who else are we really going to put up there? Seriously, if he's skilled enough.
I mean,
I know, but if Bear is skilled enough, and
he's not going to. He's not. He is not. No, we are not entertaining this. He is not going to play for the Red Wings this year. And if he does, I don't know. I'll get a bear tattoo. A little bear. A little bear. I'll get one on me somewhere. If Carter Bear plays for the Red Wings this year, in the regular season, outside of the last 3 games of the year, I'll get a bear tattooed on me somewhere.
All right, bet. All right, but I'm literally just talking hypothetically. There's a route.
There is not. I will put it on my life. There is not a route for Carter Bear to play for the Red Wings this year.
It for 2 seconds, bro.
No, I'm not entertaining it at all. Not going to. You think Steve Yzerman's gonna be like, yeah, let's bring that kid up right away? When half of his prospects still haven't seen any NHL ice time. Yeah, the kid we just drafted, we'll bring him up.
Yeah, he's actually from North America. He doesn't have to adjust to the ice. There's none of these other BS
Nate Danielson's from North America.
Yeah, well, Nate Danielson.
All right, relax. Carter Bear's not playing for the Red Wings this year. We're not doing that.
No, and yeah, that's probably true. But
probably.
Why you got to be getting so literal? I said 5% chance. That is literally
lower than that. It's less than a 1% chance.
What's Danielson's chance of playing on the Red Wings this year?
27. Probably more than that. Probably like 40 something. Because I think if a center goes down, he's going to be the first guy that gets called up.
I'm saying there's a 51% chance that he plays on the team.
Yeah, if Kopp or Comfer goes down, he's going to probably get called up.
Bad, dude. That's my next like victim on this team. If Hall's out of the lineup every day, my new JT Confer might be like my new Justin
That's fair
Hall.
because Tarasenko's gone. Justin Hall is dead. Yeah, I mean, Confer is.
Who else is there, man?
If Rasmussen doesn't pick his shit up, he's gonna be him. I love Moose, but
I know, but I
need to see something out of the guy.
Moose. Like we pay.
I mean, he's got to at least be an asshole.
I know. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. But
if you're not gonna do anything, at least be big.
Yeah.
What if Rasmussen gets put on that first line?
Oh, Jesus.
Well, he's probably centering the fourth line, right?
Yeah, you know what's frustrating is like our tough guys are kind of soft.
Everybody on our team is soft. Outside of our defense, our defense isn't soft. Our forwards are soft. Our toughest forward is probably DeBrincat, but now it's probably Appleton. But DeBrincat was our toughest forward last year. David Perron was our toughest forward 2 years ago. Like, we don't have tough guys. Our tough guys are tough guys, or the guys we want to be tough guys, are Rasmussen and Soderblom, and neither of them are tough.
Yeah.
Hopefully Mazer. Casper's, I don't want to say Casper's a tough guy.
On the opening night roster?
He should. I hope so, if he's healthy. I mean, we need him to. He's exactly what we need.
Who's your opening night roster?
Oh, fuck, dude.
Let's go with the locks. I mean, the locks, obviously.
Yeah, we know.
Raymond.
I'm going to say JVR. I'm going to say Larkin, Raymond, JVR. I'm going to say, obviously, DeBrincat, Casper, Kane. And then I got Kopp should be the 3C. What is it? What would it be? Kopp,
Appleton,
and Comfer. And then you've got Rasmussen.
Yeah.
Then you've got Rasmussen, Soderblom, and Mazer, yeah. With Rasmussen, dude, because I really like that fourth line.
I do like that fourth line.
Of Rasmussen, just let them be them. Don't make them have to be something. Put Rasmussen, Soderblom, and Mazer out there and let them be big assholes. So I don't know. Maybe they put Rasmussen on the third line and put Comfer as the center of the fourth line. But
yeah, I definitely
maybe you got Appleton, Rasmussen, Kopp on the third line, or Soderblom.
No, I like what you had. I think that's probably what I would do, with no Danielson. If Danielson finds his way in the lineup, then
if Danielson finds his way into the lineup, you could ship Comfer off to Kentucky.
Yeah, but
we got too many centers that aren't good at playing center.
No, Danielson. I bet you Danielson plays a wing off rip.
Yeah, he's going to.
He's not going to play center off. He's going to play.
And
wing.
he's not going to play in the bottom. He's not going to play in the bottom six either.
Yep, that's where I'm getting to, Spenny. First line.
Oh God.
Nate Danielson, Dylan Larkin, Lucas Raymond, playoffs inbound. Come on.
Not going to happen. You only gave Nate Danielson a 41% chance of making his debut? It was a 41% chance, but you got him on the first line?
51.
Still, how does that work? It should be 100% if he's a first line forward.
Because I think that this coaching staff hates him.
They do.
I'm just like, I don't know what it is. They just don't like him. I don't know how he didn't play any games last year.
All right, who do you got? Let's do your lineup and then let's skedaddle.
I told you. I think that.
No, you got to do your whole thing. I did all four lines.
Oh, okay. I got Larkin, Raymond, Danielson.
Okay. And then we know the second line.
Second line, yep. Third line is Kopp, JVR, Appleton. Fourth line, Soda, Rasmussen.
What, Comfer's just going to be a healthy scratch, dude? They're not going to just get rid of Comfer.
Yep.
They're not going to.
I know.
I love that. I love that. If Danielson's good enough to be a top line, which I don't think he is, I would love that. But Danielson's not good enough yet to play on the first line,
Hopefully this
and
is
they're
gonna
not just
call
going to
me a
scrap
bad
JT
moment.
Compher.
I mean, I'm just going off the fact that Steve Yzerman compared Nate Danielson to the trajectory that Marco Kasper had, and I'm just going to rely on Steve Yzerman's word to tickle me where I need to be to
That's
get to the
crazy.
right place. And it's got to be Danielson. I don't see anyone else who can play on the first line. If we have JVR on the first line, we are so cooked.
We're going to have JVR on the first line.
I know.
On our first two lines, our first two right wings are going to have a combined age over 70.
Yep, 2003 draft picks.
Over 70 is going to be the combined age of our first and second right winger.
Their NHL careers are almost older than me.
Yeah. That's going to be awesome. Playoffs. Because you know what helps in the East to make the playoffs? Old one-way forwards. That's how you make the East. Guys that only play offense and guys that are over 35 years old.
Absolutely. Best strategy in the game. Well,
Got it.
We'll catch you in hopefully a less depressing episode of Woodward Wings. We got the season coming up quick. We got post-game shows.
Well, we started it with stuff we want to see and we're happy about, and then we ended it with the depressing stuff. So
that's true. I don't know. I just want the season to start, so hopefully this team can prove me wrong. I would kill for this team to prove me wrong and actually make the playoffs and everyone take this mystical step that I've been told that they're going to take. I don't know if it really is going to happen, but I hope that I can be confident and happy in the season.
Yeah, in it for the vibes. Hockey town.
In it for the vibes. That's what, and thank you. You guys are in it for the vibes.
Thank you guys for real.
We'll catch you on the next one. Woodward Wings every Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Peace.
Peace.